I want to share a story with you this week. I'm full of stories. This is true though. Up until a few weeks ago, I did not own a penknife or a pocket knife. And I get packages and trying to struggle to get those things open without a knife is tough. Especially those ones, the clear ones, the clear plastic. You can see the item, but you can't get to the thing and you're killing yourself trying to get it open. So I thought, yeah, I need a knife. So I took a ride. So I went to the store, and as I walked through the door, the owner was there. He was just finishing up with a customer. And I said, oh, can you just guide me to the pen knives, the pocket knives? He said, yeah, no problem at all. Just go down to aisle 6, down to the end, they're on the right-hand side. So I'll be there in a minute to help you out. I said, great. So I went down to aisle 6, went to the bottom, and I noticed the sign here, knives for sale. A couple of minutes later, the owner came up and he said, yeah, how can I help you? I said, well, first of all, I said, I guess you're a sailor, huh? And he said, no. Why would you say that? I said, because of the, forget it, so okay, don't worry. Just show me the knives. He said, all right, kind of cool. Basically, the knives come in two types. We have a white one, right? And we have a black one. And this is the black one. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I said, well, how sharp are they? He said, oh, funny enough, you mentioned that. He said, my previous owner, I just gave a demo to using this knife. That's why the blade is still open. In fact, yeah, if you have something on you that I can cut up, I can show you. I said, oh, that's great, yes. In fact, I happen to be a magician, and I just happen to have your chosen card. The 4 of Hearts, right? He kind of looked at me a little blank, said, I guess. I don't think he got the joke. Anyway, so I said, yeah, I have a card here. And he said, good, good. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this card and I'm just going to put it inside this envelope here, like this, okay? And hopefully you can see it inside there. Now, then he said, stand back. This is a very dangerous part. So I did. I stood back. He just said, okay, you ready? Watch this. Did you see that? I said, I think I did. Not quite sure exactly what was happening though. He said, well, look, take a look now. Your card is completely cut up into pieces. That is how sharp this knife is. Laser sharp. I said, wow, that is very cool. I said, all right, can I take the one you just showed me, you just demoed? He said, yeah, sure, you can take it with you, no problem at all. So I took it home, and I had it for a couple of days. Then I was thinking, I did like the black one. I thought that was very cool. Maybe what I could do is I could take this back and get it exchanged for the black one. So I went back to the store. I said, I don't know if you remember me. I bought the white knife here from you. He said, oh, I remember you. You're the one with the 4 of Hearts, right? My chosen card. I said, yes, that was it. Yes, your chosen card. You get it now. And he said, yeah. He said, actually, I said, what I'd like to do is maybe exchange it for the black one. He said, oh, I said, I'm glad you came back, because after you left, I felt bad because I forgot to show you that we had these special editions that just came in just an hour or so before you came in the first time. And they are black. And he said they're special editions, but I'm not quite sure exactly what is special about these. So I said, oh, okay. He says, I tell you what though, you can have it for the same price, just exchange it. They're more expensive, but just take it with you. I said, fine, cool, I did. So I took it home, and yeah, I got it home, and I really liked it. I think this is really cool. And also, after a couple of days, I realized there was something special about about these. Not only is it black on both sides, all of a sudden it changes to blue, to white, to red. Now, that truly is a special knife. So yes, I kept it, and I've had it for a few weeks now. Yes, I've had some mishaps, you can see that, it's obvious, but I'm getting better. And let's face it, I think they'll be healed by next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Cheers. Bye-bye. Stay safe.